Welcome back to another deep dive. Today we're digging into something really special, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12. We've looked through a lot of notes and research to pull out some, well, surprisingly practical wisdom for your life today.
Absolutely. And chapter 12, it really kicks off with Arjuna asking Krishna a fundamental question. Yes, look, which way is better? Meditating on God with a form you can visualize, or meditating on the formless, the infinite divine. And this isn't just theory, it's really about how you approach your own growth.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that. So Arjuna's question is about Saguna Bhakti, devotion to a form, versus Nirguna Bhakti, devotion to the formless. Which one does Krishna say is, well, superior?
Well, it's interesting. Krishna's answer is quite nuanced. He essentially says both paths get you to the same ultimate goal. But you can't just label one superior over the other in a simple way. Think of it more like Saguna, the path, with form, is a crucial stepping stone to Nirguna, the formless.
The stepping stone.
Yeah, like without starting with Saguna, trying to jump straight to Nirguna is almost impossible for most. But Saguna without the potential for Nirguna is also kind of incomplete as a progression. Saguna leads to Nirguna.
Okay, that makes sense. But why? Why is meditating on the formless, the Nirguna aspect, so difficult?
It boils down to its very nature. Nirguna Ishvara isn't an object. Your senses can't perceive it. That's avyakta.
Right.
Your mind can't really conceive it, achintya.
Wow.
And you can't describe it with words anirdesham. So it's not an object, but it's like everywhere.
Yeah.
All-pervading, unchanging, eternal. Kutestam, dhruvam.
Paradoxical.
Very. And for what Krishna calls dahivatvi, ordinary people, especially those really attached to their physical body, dahabamano, meditating on this formless reality is described as klesha atikatara.
Which means?
Full of immense difficulties, like trying to walk on a razor's edge. Your mind just isn't wired to grasp something without qualities or form easily.
Okay, so if that path is so incredibly tough for most of us, what does Krishna suggest? What's the practical advice here?
This is where Krishna's compassion really shines. He offers what you could call a ladder of devotion. It's a series of progressive levels designed so anyone can start somewhere. He makes it accessible. He even encourages practices that might seem lower down the scale just to get you going.
A ladder. I like that. It feels less intimidating. Can you walk us through these levels? What are the different rungs on this ladder?
Sure. Think of it like climbing a mountain. Different trails for different abilities, all leading up. So level 5, the highest, is that Nirguna Ishvara Dhyana, meditation on the formless. This is aiming for that ultimate realization. Aham Brahma Asmi. I am Brahman. But it demands a lot. Mastery over senses, total equanimity, and a real commitment to the well-being of all beings. Very high qualifications.
Okay, so that's the peak. What's below that?
Level 4 is Anakrupa Ishvara Dhyana, meditation on the universal form of God. Seeing the divine in everything, the whole cosmos is God's body, and dedicating your actions to that totality. Studying texts like other Gita chapters helps build this vision and qualifies you for level 5.
So expanding your view first makes sense. What's next?
Level 3 is Ekarupa Ishvara Dhyana. This is meditating on a personal God, a specific form you choose, your Ishta Devata. Krishna actually calls this Abhyas Yoga, the yoga of practice, developing that personal, loving relationship.
This sounds maybe more familiar to many people.
Exactly. It's often nurtured by, stories and Puranas about specific deities. Then level 2 is really practical for daily life, Nishkama Karma, selfless action.
Action, not meditation.
Right. It's about living a life of activity, contributing to society, but without selfish motives. Offering your actions to God or to the greater good, like being a river that flows for others, or a tree giving fruit. Seeing society itself as a manifestation of Ishvara.
That's powerful. Dedicating your work, your contribution.
Precisely. And finally, level 1, the most accessible starting point. Sakam Karma with Ishvara Prasad. This means even if you do act with personal desires, which, let's face it, is common special, Krishna advises something simple. Accept the results, whatever they are, as Ishvara Prasad, as God's gift or grace.
Just changing your attitude towards the outcome.
Exactly. That simple shift starts to purify the mind and makes you ready gradually for the higher levels. It's incredibly practical psychology, really.
What's fascinating here, as you said, is that Krishna isn't just giving one tough path. It's a progression. He meets you where you are. So beyond the purely spiritual path, how does this translate? What does this mean for, say, just navigating modern life?
It's amazing, actually. These insights from chapter 12 are incredibly practical for dealing with modern challenges. Think mental well-being, mind management, even leadership. The Gita, seen this way, is almost like a timeless manual on the art of living, and yes, the art of leadership too.
Right, this is where it gets really interesting for everyday application. Let's break down some actionable takeaways people listening can use, starting with, maybe, mental well-being. How can these ideas help manage our minds today?
Okay, first big one. Perform your duty. Karma. But the focus isn't just on getting the job done. It's about embracing the journey, not obsessing over the destination or the result. Be comfortable with your role, fulfill your responsibilities, because neglecting them, that leads to dissatisfaction. Krishna's core advice is act. Always act, but let go of your attachment to the fruits of the action.
That's constant theme, isn't it? The detachment from results.
A crucial one. Then there's practice self-control, sanyam. This is about finding balance through moderation. Your speech, what you eat, how you sleep.
The basics.
The absolute basics, but often overlooked. Avoid overwork, cultivate discipline, regular exercise, enough sleep. This gives you a sense of control and mental balance.
And what about controlling the mind itself? That seems like the biggest challenge.
Yes, control your mind. The Gita famously compares the mind to a restless child, flitting everywhere. And the method isn't harsh suppression. It's continuous practice and detachment. Abhyasa and vairagya.
Practice and detachment.
Gently, persistently bringing the mind back. Focusing on now, not regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. That's the key to mental health, according to the Gita.
That takes patience.
Immense patience. And related to this is practice meditation. Dan. Meditation is highlighted as vital for inner peace, for freeing yourself from suffering. It strengthens your willpower, helps manage the senses, lets you release selfish desires and expectations. Ultimately, it generates positive thoughts, purifies the mind deeply. Real inner growth happens here.
So these are powerful tools for managing our inner world. But you also mentioned leadership. How does chapter 12 speak to leadership qualities?
Oh, definitely. Krishna's teachings are full of leadership wisdom. First, lead by example. There's that verse, yada yada charati shvashta. Whatever the best person does, others follow. A leader needs to step up, especially in tough times. Be the problem solver. Don't put yourself above the team or the principles.
Walk the talk, essentially.
Exactly. Then, stability of mind. Sita Prajnana. This is huge for leaders. Remaining calm, equanimous, whether things are going well or badly. Life throws dualities at you, heat, cold, joy, sorrow. They're temporary. The Gita teaches resilience. Don't crumble during failure. Conserve your energy wisely in tough times. Think of people like Gandhi or Tolstoy. That kind of inner steadiness.
That ability to stay centered under pressure.
Absolutely critical. Next is mutual dependence and cooperation. Krishna emphasizes how interconnected everything is. Knowledge, action, justice, everything supports everything else. So a leader should foster cooperation. Really listen to their team. Recognize that we all depend on each other. It's an ecosystem.
Seeing the bigger picture, the connections.
Yeah. And then there's a fascinating pair. Self-upliftment and self-love. Uttarat atmana atmanam. Uplift yourself by your own efforts. Don't wait for miracles or luck. Strive.
Like responsibility.
Right. But also, not nanamavashad. Don't put yourself down. Avoid harsh self-criticism. Learn to practice self-compassion, self-love.
That's a really important balance. Striving, but also being kind to yourself.
It is. Then skill and action. Yoga karmasu kashala. Perform every action with excellence. Make your work your signature, your identity. Focus on solutions, not just problems. Strive for mastery in what you do.
Taking pride in the execution.
Precisely. And modern tapasya, or austerity. Not about physical hardship in today's world, but inner discipline. This means cultivating mental happiness. Mana prasad. Inner peace shanti. Being gentle, pleasant somya, madhur. And crucially, self-control of your emotions.
It's inner austerity. A disciplined mind and heart.
You got it. And finally, the spirit of sacrifice, Tyaga. True sacrifice here means selfless giving that brings you inner satisfaction. Contributing for the benefit of all, with no strings attached, no personal gain expected. Think of people like Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, Henry Dunant, that kind of selfless contribution.
Wow, those are incredibly potent principles for leadership and just for being a good human, really. It sounds like these qualities paint a picture of, well, an ideal person or devotee. Does the Gita give us a snapshot like that?
It does, very clearly. Verse 17 in chapter 12 describes the devotee who is exceedingly dear to Krishna, it says. The one who neither rejoices excessively nor hates, who neither grieves nor desires intensely, and who renounces attachment to both good and bad outcomes.
That sounds like profound emotional balance.
Exactly. It translates directly into emotional resilience for you today. It means freedom from being tossed around by gain and loss, not being consumed by grief over what you don't have, being free from the grip of karmic reactions, practically speaking. It's how you overcome fear, insecurity, anger, envy, disappointment.
Oh.
By fully trusting the divine process, cultivating love and compassion, accepting life's ups and downs gracefully, and practicing forgiveness and tolerance. It's a recipe for inner stability.
So, connecting all this, we've gone from devotion to mind management to leadership to emotional resilience. It's incredibly comprehensive. And it's almost surprising how this ancient text can even speak to things we grapple with globally now, like environmental balance.
It really is surprising, but the threads are there. The Gita's environmental thought is quite deep. Krishna illustrates this ecological coordination, saying everything is strung on me like pearls on a thread. That's chapter 7. It shows inherent interconnectedness. He calls this knowledge nanam vigyana sahitam, wisdom, combined with, essentially, scientific understanding.
So it wasn't just abstract philosophy, there was an observational aspect.
Yes, and Krishna himself, in his life stories, gives examples of environmental protection. Purifying the poisoned Yamuna River, swallowing a forest fire to save the ecosystem, lifting Govardhan Hill to protect the land and people. These are symbolic, but the message is clear.
Protecting nature.
And he constantly refers to nature as mother, emphasizing how it nurtures us through earth, water, fire, air, sky, sun, moon. There are even specific observations noted, like the oxygen capacity of the Ashwatha tree, or how wind moves boats, simple physics.
That's fascinating detail.
And there's a connection to music therapy. Krishna identifies with the Samaveda, which is all about melody and chant.
Music therapy from ancient texts.
Seems so. And modern science is finding that music can positively affect crop growth and even animal milk production. It's an unexpected resonance across millennia. Even pollution is subtly hinted at: the sound pollution of war drums and conches, the soil pollution from bloodshed. It shows an awareness of human impact.
Incredible. The scope is just vast.
It really is. So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive into chapter 12, you see the range from these profound paths of devotion to very grounded advice for your mental health, for leadership, and even this surprising environmental consciousness. It's a truly holistic guide.
It really feels less like an ancient scripture frozen in time and more like a living document, offering timeless insights for finding balance, purpose, peace in our lives right now. It underscores that wisdom isn't just about knowledge, is it? It's about how you live, how you connect with yourself, with others, with the world. Which leaves me wondering, if a text like the Bhagavad Gita holds such rich, comprehensive solutions for modern complexities, what other lost wisdom might be out there, waiting in unexpected places for us to rediscover?